No problems, and I'm having fun today. How is everybody else?
Oh, Kirsten will be back on Discord in a minute. She's decided to go and lie in bed and play.
Okay.
I'm all right. Moving house is a nightmare, but I'm all right.
Okie dokie. Right, looks like it's the by the looks of the cards, the wolves are going first.
Excuse me, there's someone at the door.
Yep, I heard that.
Yeah, at the door.
No, it was nobody at the door. It was one of Rafe's friends playing knock and run.
Makes me so happy I don't have kids. Oh, there's a graphical glitch I'll have to deal with.
We used to live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids, and my husband decided it was a brilliant idea to get a doorbell that played 36 different tunes. You could program it to play. It even had God Save the Queen on there. Why, it was beyond me, but it had a little Marseillaise too. But anyway, the kids found it incredibly amusing because this doorbell could be heard all the way down the block. To run and ring the doorbell, not to be anything but they wanted to hear the music.
Smooth.
Well, party or no party, and we're going anyway. So let's see what happens. So Vanek, you kicked the door open. You threw the kobold in there, didn't you?
Yep.
You tied him up, didn't you?
He's got manacles on with his arms manacled behind his back.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
And
You brought manacles.
yeah. I'm a bounty hunter.
Okay, well, Gurkle kept burkling into the room, and basically I move him out of the way. The wolf basically snarls, jumps over Gurglecap, and then bites at you. Missing.
I said you could have him in return for mushrooms, you daft dog.
And the second wolf's going to do the same thing on you. He's just going to have a chomp on you. That's a hit with a raise.
Bloody hell, get down, Shep.
Oh, look at that bloody one side. That dice sliding on a 1. How annoying was that? Okay. Gurklecap remains shaken. He scrabbles out the way, going, Great help, help! Humans! Dondrad. Sounds like there's something going up to the north.
Stupid kobold don't know the difference between a half-orc and a human.
Longshanks actually probably be shouting, Longshanks!
Should have killed the kobold.
Interesting.
Yeah, forget. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my son.
So Donrod gets to there, otherwise going to end up in Planet Square. Can I attack the wolf from there?
Yeah, you can get you can see one of them, and so you can attack it.
I'll run after the wolf that attacking Vanek. Get me out.
Yeah, bit out of puff after that. You're a bit out of puff, but you attack wolf. And see, this is my gripe about the way they've done these maps. They're bloody tiny. Especially when Savage...
I'll get you next time.
Especially in Rise of the Rune Lords, where basically it's like, okay, it's an adventure for first level characters. We'll put 4 goblins in this room, in a very small room. Savage Worlds goes, well, first level Savage Worlds characters are a lot stronger. We'll put 6 goblins in this room, but they don't bloody fit. Bert's going on hold because he's not here right now. Good fella, you with us? You are, but I think your mic's playing up. I can see you tried to talk, but we can't hear you. Oh, you got to love the internet today. It's been so much fun, hasn't it?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we hear you loud and clear.
So what are we fighting? These wolves?
There's some wolves, yep. Well, you can hear snarls, so you think it's wolves, yep.
I guess can I slide by my friends? It's difficult territory though, right?
No, you can just slide by them, that's not a problem. Actually hitting a wolf might be trickier, though.
I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take all my actions up to Dondred.
Gets you to there. I think you might be able to see a wolf from there if you've got a ranged attack.
I think I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, flipping heck. Fantasy Grounds has been a pain in the backside again.
I can throw a. I have a whip. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna get ready with my sword and my net.
No worries. Okie dokie. Jelsa, sparkle tips.
I'm gonna have to see.
I say the heroic
I'm
maps
gonna-
version of the map was
I
a
squeeze
big.
Bert's legs. I'm gonna squeeze past Goodfella. I'm gonna climb up on the dwarf's shoulder and I'm gonna strike at it, whichever one's there.
Okay. We'll pop you sort of there for ease.
My scimitar, my shiny scimitar. Look at how it
Ow,
flashes.
ow, ow. Mind the beard, mind the beard.
Standing on the dwarf's shoulders, I love it. Okay, so Sparkle Tips clambers up onto the dwarf and basically stabs at the wolf. Obviously,
No, I get hit. I'm gonna Benny that damage. Damn it.
Benny that damage, damn it. Go for it, Jelsa.
Well, short help's better than no help.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit of skewing. I might try spending a Benny on that, but no, you skewer the wolf and it yelps in pain and down it goes.
Nicely done, Sparkle Tits.
Interesting, it was the wrong wolf died, but who cares? Rannick.
Okay, well, Rannick will go into the room and clamber round this wolf, I think.
Okay.
Well, there's Girdlecat. Let's go to there.
Hold up.
All right, I'm holding.
So, as you are there, you can see into the adjacent room, and gaping holes in the roof allow faint light to enter this ruined chamber. One of the stone columns that once supported the ceiling is toppled. Its broken pieces littering the floor. A thick patch of black mushrooms hides in a nearby corner, giving the room an earthly scent that is barely noticeable above the stench of wet fur.
Hey, mushrooms! Just what we needed.
However, the room is... Right, what I needed to do was set this. I haven't set these up as encounters yet, so that's the problem.
There's somebody else in there.
That damn kobold. The kobolds have no use in this world anyway.
Okay, I just need to change the tokens because they're crap. And I'm using obviously got the official tokens in there, and then I'm going to change them afterwards. What should we go with? We shall go with that one. And actually, I might go with that one because it gives me I'll go with that one for a change, so I can tell the difference between them and the others. Okay, and then I can go put grey pelt there.
Oh, big dog. Big dog.
There we go.
Dogs. Lots of dogs.
So do you want to? I've just keep. So at the moment you clambered up onto the table, but I didn't know if you wanted to go further after that.
Let's see. What shall I do? I'm going to multi-action like an idiot.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as I move into that square, I'm going to kick the table at this wolf here as an athletics test, and then I will attack the wolf next to me. Because that sounds like all dramatic and exciting and stuff.
Nice roll.
That'll do.
Which wolf did you kick that at?
The one I targeted, wolf number 2. And I got a double whammy.
Okay, you kick the table at it. It yelps in pain.
And it is both distracted and vulnerable.
Indeed, it is. Arena.
I was multi-actioning.
Okay.
Because then I'm going to swing my sword at that one there. Get down, you bastard! There you go, now I'm done.
As you kill the second wolf, the big wolf in the room goes, "Two legs! We need not fight. I wish to talk." Arena. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Can you not hear me?
Couldn't hear you. Can now.
I was just being too quiet. I'm clicking the run and it's not rolling a run die, which confuses me.
That's fun.
Robert's
But
just
then-
said he's not going to make it tonight.
Oh, yeah. Did you do that? Or did it?
I just
finally
did that,
jump?
yeah.
And now when I'm trying to move my character, it's moving the whole map.
That's because you haven't clicked on your character, I suspect.
I'm on my character's icon while I'm trying to do it.
Is it got the circle round it?
Yes.
God knows.
I think Fantasy Grounds is being a git, so let me get out 1, 2, 3, 6. I'll be moving
Your
into the
desktop.
room with Rannick.
Maximise the map, it should go to desktop wallpaper.
It wasn't doing that before, and even though I tried, I should be able to get one further square, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
6 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets you to there.
Yeah, and I rolled a running die, and you gave me a 7.
I did. You did indeed. I forgot. Sorry.
So that's it. My fox will follow and be diagonally behind me, opposite where the dwarf is. Yeah, there. And I will restart Fantasy Grounds, so
Okay.
that's my action done.
If I can, in response to the big wolf, I will say, "Ah, well, that's clever. Give us mushrooms, we'll leave thee alone."
Give me a second. I I spent some time earlier putting all the nice little pins on all because I've changed bloody maps. I spent a little time earlier putting all the nice little pins on the map, restarted, and they all vanished again. So I'm quite knocked right now.
The shortcuts like that are toggleable on and off, though, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're just not there. I checked.
Oh, they're
Well, actually, no,
not
that's
there.
not strictly true. Actually, I checked the cut XML code. They most certainly aren't there, but they're just not going to. They decided they don't want to show up. Which is really fun. This gets really interesting because it almost like it assumes you're going to go straight to him first. Okay. Right. He goes, you can have the mushrooms when you you can have the mushrooms, but first I wish you to kill the other creatures, monsters, I should say. After he sees grey pelt, not grey pelt, Gurkle kept horrified look. A second. If you kill the other monsters in this monastery, you can have all the mushrooms you want.
Is that so?
Indeed.
Could you show the map again, please? I can't find it. Thank you.
No worries.
Folks, Big Wolf in here says if we kill other monsters in monastery, it'll give us mushrooms. What does they think? If we kill other monsters, or do we just kill him and these wolves? Makes no bones to me.
I think we should at least work with those who will cooperate with us. If they truly are monsters, they need killing anyway.
How many talking wolves do you know? Bloody warg, isn't it? They are a warg, aren't they?
I am grey belt.
Aye.
Well, I don't know, but it sounds pretty dire.
Not from,
Hey, Stunty made it funny. Right then, where's these other monsters they're talking about?
They're the ones to the south, to the room beyond this one. There are creatures that cause darkness. They are annoying. I wish them disposed of.
Well, they're dead. Right, give us mushrooms. We've already done that one.
In the tower are the web slingers.
In where? In tower?
In the tower.
Right. How else?
I can smell the stench of death, but I have not worked out where it comes from.
So possibly some undead as well.
Right. So there's got a problem with spiders and some undead that they can't find.
Oh, I know where they are. I just can't work out how to get at them.
Well, tell them what. Why doesn't they come and show us where the undead are?
In next room over, the stench is overwhelming.
Right. And we get rid of them, and we get rid of spiders, and you give us mushrooms. Is that right?
Indeed.
Pinky promise.
I do not understand what is a pinky.
Rannick sheathes his sword and wiggles his little finger. Pinky promise. Mrs. Brown always made me pinky promise.
So if you break the promise, I get to eat it. Is that how this works?
No. If you break promise, we break your pinkies.
I have no pinkies, two legs.
Well, have to be dew claws then, won't it? You break the promise, we rip off your dew claws.
Two legs are strange. You kill the monsters, I give you the mushrooms.
Aye. Better add.
I will. I will not harm you in this monastery, and when you come back for the mushrooms, if you have defeated all the monsters for me.
Hang on. They'll not harm us inside this monastery.
I will not harm you when you come back for the mushrooms if you have defeated all the monsters.
You wouldn't be able to harm us anyway. Little puppy like you. Don't be soft.
You're only baiting it. Can I drag him out of the room saying we'll go and sort it out?
Puppy! Puppy! And it roars at you. He's quite intimidating, I suspect. How's your spirit?
How's my spirit?
Yeah, he's very intimidating, mate.
All right, calm down. Stop the barking. Bloody dogs.
Oh, obviously you're out of combat for all intents and purposes. He shook you with that roar. It was very powerful.
Yeah. Rannick will back off to the corner. Bloody dogs. I blame the owners. Right, so where are we going to find these dead ones then? Hey, Dondrad, these are cleric. That's your department, isn't it?
Said next door, so presumably this is here. Right.
Aye. All right then, let's have a look.
Shall we open the door? Do we go in through or do we go after through?
Let's open the door.
Let's unlock tokens. That make life easier for you.
That's what he means by next door.
Old cobweb-covered racks and armor stands dominate much of this small chamber. What once must have been a well-tended armory is now devoid of arms and armor.
Hey, there's a suspicious lack of wall up in northeast corner. Maybe we should search there.
Did I use the wrong type of wall? That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Make a notice check.
Can't see through it, but the actual wall has been covered over by the masking.
Oh, that's my mistake. See, I don't know how these things work. Actually, the disabled player, which is quite good. A reader can't... Well, basically, I'm going to rule it like this. It's quite straightforward. The notice check is to find the way to open the secret door, which Rannick most certainly does. You realise, after a bit of playing around, that you are able to open it. Yes.
I reckon Arena's like tapping on the wall and stuff, and Rannick just leans on the wall to wait for her and accidentally knocks an armor rack that opens it anyway.
The secret door swings open to reveal a short corridor with walls of bars running down one side. Four rusted doors opened into four cramped cells. Four unfortunate dwarves can be are found. One to each can be found here. One to each cell.
Poor unfortunate dwarves.
Is that an ancient elven song for unfortunate dwarves?
It is now. See if you had played your bard, you could have made the song up on the spot.
I could have done, but I wanted to play against type.
Well, fair enough. None of those look particular.
He's like, so.
So, I have to say, I do miss having scaled up the UI to make it a bit easier on the whole streaming thing. I am definitely missing the fact that I'm sort of counteracting the fact I've got a nice big screen by making the user interface nice and big. Anyway, Right, okay. I'm going to accept the movements, and then at that point, 3 of the 4 dwarven skeletons jump up off their cells and attack.
Bones.
Okay. I forgot to put Gurkle. I forgot to Gurkle. Put Gurkle kept on hold. So that's lots of bennies for the bad guys. Okay, Dwarven Skeleton number 3 jumps out of its cell and with the Joker bonus rips into Dondrad, doing naffle damage by the look of things. Yes.
On the 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 10s. Oh no, we're not even on the 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. That sucks.
Okay, a skeleton attacks Radek but misses Chelsa.
How tall are you, Rennick?
6'7".
She's going to run right between his legs and she's going to stab at this one right here.
Go for it.
Bloody hell! Careful what you're doing with your head.
Better doors in a window, big guy.
You stab at the skeleton.
You watch what you're doing with that scimitar. You nearly split me difference.
And then he's came out of the cell, so I can duck into the cell.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Okay. That would be my turn.
Okay, Dwarven Skeleton number 2 advances and attacks Arena. Missing. Good fella.
If I see that, can you throw the map on me again? I lost.
That's nice. Shame I can't. What's your plan, sir?
I don't have a map, Savage.
I shared it.
Can you tell me what I see so I don't hold this up?
Not a lot. You're standing in a room and there seems to be fighting coming from the next room. You can possibly see a skeleton attacking Radek, but that's about it, I think.
I will. Can I get into that room?
You can stand next to Radek. I don't know why you can't see the map, to be honest, because I can't do more to share it, I'm afraid.
Well, for the life of me, can I? You know what? I'm gonna try and throw my net at it, tangle it up.
Go for it. Why didn't that register as an attack?
I'm gonna give it one more try, one more college try.
Go for it.
Wrong thing, why is it parrying?
Because when you drag and drop, it defaults to a melee, doesn't it? I don't know why it's not. I don't know what the hell is going on with Fantasy Grounds.
He's having a buddy.
Why do throwing weapons not bloody work? So ranged weapons work. Melee weapons work. But thrown weapons aren't.
Is his net actually set for throwing?
Yeah. As you can tell because it's saying athletics. I don't know what is going on there because I think we noticed that with slings, didn't we? Okay, you on a raise, I do believe you entangle, don't you? Because on an 11, a successful hit means the target is entangled. So you entangle the skeleton as you wrap the net around him. Rennick. To make sure that's
All right, that'll be my once I've entangled it, can I do one more thing?
Yeah.
I yank its feet out from under it and drop it to the ground.
Well, yeah, I mean that's.
Well, that's the move I was going for.
Yeah.
You can understand that.
Yeah, I do. I'm just. Yep. Yeah, okay. No problem. I'll say you knock it prone then. You got the raise. Rannick.
Okay. I am going to stomp on that one. Well, actually, no. I've got my sword away at the moment, so I'm going to draw my sword, bring it down on the one in front of me, and then step forward and swing at the next one if I am able. But if I get rid of the first one. Oh yeah, I think I turned that one to dust.
Zane grabs the bone and runs off with it.
And then I'll step forward and do likewise to the next one. No, I didn't mean to roll damage then. I meant to roll to hit. Whoops. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. There we go, that's better. Oi, Dondrad! Try harder, skeletons, undead, supposed to be your job.
Dondrad. The Rudolph orcs that still smells of kobold pee. He's insulting you.
Oh, there's still one left. Coming out. Coming out.
How does channel energy work then? Oh, yeah, channel energy's just healing, isn't it? How do you turn undead as a cleric in Savage Pathfinder out of interest?
Well, if you level up, we'll find out.
Fair enough. Well, that's the end of that fight. Wow, that was impressive stuff. Yeah. Destroyed the skeletons. Marvellous.
Here, good fella. Have the net back.
We search these cells, I mean, by the cells.
You can if you want.
Ah. Worth a look around, I'd say. Why don't we take one each?
Cells.
As I say, one dwarf still lies upon its cot. That's the one that...
Well, I'm going to examine it and work out why all the others got up and it didn't.
That's the cell Rannick's in, I do believe.
Well, I've
No,
got,
sorry,
I've got
no,
an
it's-
11.
No, it's not. It's the next one over.
Yeah, it's the one that
The one
Dondrad
that
was
Conrad
in.
gets.
Yeah. You don't find anything
Oh.
in your cell, Rannick.
Mountaineer.
Trying to work
And
out
in
where
the
you were
cell
saying
there.
mountaineer, and then I realised you didn't. You said nout.
Nout.
Indeed.
Don't they speak English, lad?
Yes. I'm waiting for you to. Okay, let's have some notice checks for your relevant cells for those who are searching the other cells. Dondrad, the skeleton in your cell. I mean is basically most of the items and equipment on it have all just rotted and rusted away. However, it is wearing it has a ring upon its finger.
Has it got bells on its toes and all?
Can we take the ring? What's the ring do?
It's a simple golden ring with a large red gemstone set into it that sparkles with an inner fire.
Might be magical.
I even have a picture of it.
Well, you can just do a action to concentrate and detect magic to find out if it's magical, can't you?
You have to roll for that then.
I don't think you do.
Sorry, Rannick, I made a mistake earlier. You do actually find some items in that arena,
Ooh.
and Rannick, you do find things.
Ooh, cool.
I shall add everything to the party sheet.
Oh, a couple of mushrooms.
You found a
Mushrooms are good.
couple of mushrooms, and obviously the ring that Dondrad's already nabbed. The ring is magical if you are going to do detect magic on it. But if you're not going to detect magic on it, the ring isn't magical.
Can I
Yeah,
figure
it's an action, but
Rodinger's ring.
as long as you've got an arcane background, you can detect magical or divine auras within 10 yards, unless they're magically concealed, as an action that doesn't require any rolls. Identifying magic items requires a common knowledge roll. For everyday items, more obscure items require an occult roll.
I've just discovered something.
There you go if you need any help.
This is obviously a magical ring of some kind of protection, something to do with fire. So I don't want it.
Sandra, so you taking these mushrooms, or shall I take them?
I'll take. Well, you know, that can take mushrooms. You're an elf. You do mushrooms.
I couldn't find detect magic. In the
So
rules.
the ring's been put back in the party sheet again because I can't wear it.
It's on page 167.
Why can't you wear it?
Because it might protect me from dying, and that would be bad.
Ah,
Because if I die, what would happen? Don't know.
this is an action. Detecting a magic at greater range or specific information requires the Detect Arcana spell. So actually, all it tells you is it's magical. You need Detect Arcana to identify. No! Identifying a magic item requires a common knowledge roll. For everyday items like healing potions, more obscure items require an occult roll. So there we go. Someone wishes to examine the ring and perform an occult roll, they can do so.
Green one. Funny thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear the ring because the ring will stop me from dying.
And surely Lord of Battle doesn't want them to not die. I mean, if you survive a battle, you can do more battles.
Well, that's by real, but
So there's a ring. There's a ring in the party sheet for whoever wants to take it.
And Arena's just done an occult roll to examine it.
Aha! Righty ho. Okay, I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. Someone. Aha! That's why. I was very confused there. Why I was seeing strange things on character sheets. It's still not updating it. That's interesting. Okay, it is you. I did. Okay, so the basically. As far as you can tell, this ring gains the wearer of this ring gains environmental resistance to fire on the basically. Basically, the first fire-based attack that day, you basically suffer you ignore 4 points of the damage. Basically the magic is spent until the following dawn. However, you need to you do know you need to wear the ring for at least 24 hours to attune the magic item to you.
Tell Don Drake what it does. He's the one that found it. He must keep it.
But the chances are right. But what happens if I meet something and I burn to death in a glorious death? It could prevent me from.
If they stay in the fire a little bit longer before they burn, it means they'll take longer to burn to a glorious death. That'd be more glorious.
That's cruel and evil.
Human are very strange.
Right, I have placed a grid upon the party sheet. That should stop the weirdness. So anyway, is anyone taking the ring, or are you just going to leave it here?
No one else is taking it, I will, but I will offer it to Dondrad first, because he found it. Does he want it?
No.
Alright, fine. I'll take it.
Besides, it's a dwarven god. I don't actually support dwarven gods.
So there we go.
Don't actually worship a dwarven god of war.
Well, Gorham is just the Iron Lord, the god of battle. He's worshipped by people that like fighting.
The thing about that ring is I'm sure you won't forget, but when I basically try and burn you, you've got to remember that you've got the ring on, if that makes sense, because it's a one-shot item a day. You can't automate it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, for 24 hours it won't do anything. Well, it appears you have cleansed the monastery of undead.
So, Spiders in Tower want it next?
I believe so.
I think so.
Unlock the tokens for speed of moving.
The statue.
There is a statue. There's also a pile of rubble out there. Oops. Which I will lock tokens because someone's gone out there to look at the pile of rubble.
Which I did before we even came in here. So,
I know. And I really I forgot that you did that. This chamber is entirely shattered with much of the outer wall collapsed and crumbled. And no, I can't be bothered to make you fight the bat swarms. Bat swarms are annoying.
Shoo! Bugger off, bats. Arena would just control them and send them away anyway.
Exactly. Because she can't control swarms.
Or tell with Brian with her fireworks. See if they sparkle.
Well, indeed.
So is the statue significant?
I can't remember. I'm trying to find the hallway. I love the fact I know the fact the shortcut pins are on there, but I can't actually see him. It ends with the ruined dwarven statue. It's smashed long ago. It's barely recognisable as a dwarven monk. His stone hammer sits on the ground next to the shattered remains of his head.
Oh. So probably not. Same as the two that are by the door. Just wrecked statues.
Yeah.
So, Gondred, what was this a temple of?
Has they not been listening to our conversations? This was a temple of Torag, and now it's a temple of somebody else that's all about stuff that's not what Torag does.
Oh dear, someone's gone into the tower on their own.
Oh, and we're all locked. Okay.
That's because someone went into the tower on their own.
I did that before they got to the rubble.
I know, but I hadn't noticed. And now I did notice, so I decided it was time to...
Allow the excrement to hit the rotating device.
Yes. Thick webs
So
cover
it's a
much of this
temple.
the ancient crates and barrels stored inside the base of the tower. A rickety wooden staircase ascends along one wall to reach an open trapdoor above.
Okay.
So, okay, let's see what happens. Because obviously we know what will happen is if you beat it on initiative, you'll do things to it. Which you will. That your fox is going to get to there and stop. Because you can't run through walls.
Oh, fine.
Actually, you can if I do that. There you go. I'm nice. Okay, good fella. What are you up to? Oh, you're...
I look around, I see what's going on with my friends, and I too would I'm gonna follow the fox.
Okay. That sounds a good move. For good logger, follow the fox. One day I'll be able to actually click on one of these ticks without actually moving the token first. But, you know, straight... One day. I have this dream that one day I will actually be able to accept a move without moving your token.
One day you will be able to do that, but it is not this day.
Rannick.
Can I see the spider beyond arena?
No, it's technically above her. Inside the tower.
Okay. In which case, I will move up to there and say, "All right, arena." That looks a little bit stunned.
Trying to decide if this thing's going to attack me or not.
Towers traditionally don't attack.
I meant the spider.
Oh, aye.
Okay. Not knowing the flora and fauna and what have you of this world, is that a natural spider?
It's vermin, apparently.
But I could use Beast Friend.
See, I'm just beginning to think Beast Friend is a bloody nightmare. But that's fair enough. Right, let's actually have a good read of this one. So when you cast Beast Friend, it's going to last 10 minutes. You allow an individual to speak with and guide the actions of beasts to cost is equal to the size. Okay, so a giant spider is size -1, so it's just 1 power point, isn't it?
Mhm.
Success means the computer base simple commands and like a well-trained dog they attack foes. Okay. So, okay. Beast Friend only works on natural creatures with animal intelligence. It has animal intelligence. Has no effect on conjured, magical, or otherwise unnatural animals. So, yeah, according to that, you can cast. I mean, this is the thing. It's just like you cast it on the spider, and yeah. So you cast Beast Friend.
Yeah, and
upon the spider.
even if it was magical, an extra 2 power points, it'd still work.
No,
I would like you to collect
that's
your
completely
brothers and
wrong.
sisters.
Yeah, the Beastarium, you need another edge to get epic modifiers to be able to do that.
Exactly.
Ah, right, I see. That's why the asterisks are there.
Now,
I would
Irina
like
was
you
doing
to
some role
collect
playing.
your
Can we
brothers-
shut up and let her? Sorry.
I would like you to collect your brothers and sisters, sons, daughters, and any other spiders living here, and move out to the forest.
I assume that you can speak to to speak with and guide the actions of nature species, so that it would be logical that they can talk back. Tower warm and
Say
dry.
again?
Tower warm and dry. Forest wet and cold.
My friends have been told to exterminate you. If I can persuade you to leave, they will leave you in peace. If you do not leave, they will chop you into pieces.
They can try.
Okay,
Loom
Rannick.
loom over. Okay, I'll come and loom over Irina's shoulder.
Okay.
Hi, Irina. What does they want me to do?
Gave them the choice to leave peaceably. They don't wish to take it, so I guess chop away.
I will heft my bastard sword.
Excuse me, I get to go first on initiative.
Oh, all right then.
You,
Attack me when I've got it under beast threat.
but it hasn't targeted you.
Oh.
Okay, so that is targeting good fella. Except of course, this is my other pet peeve. Why I can't target tokens through underneath an area of effector. Well, you can, but it's the bit that says small blast template actually blocks targeting, which is really rather annoying. Okay, I'm going to web the two of you. That's a hit with a raise. Again, I targeted you, but it didn't actually. Something very strange is going on. I don't know if you get an athletics roll to evade it. This is the small blast template. This is shooting roll range of 6. A hit means the victim is tangled or bound with a raise. Doesn't say it can be evaded.
Right.
So you're both bound.
Well, that's a bugger.
Donjad. Oh, hang on.
It's not.
It's going to move then. So it's not confined.
Did that just see a big spider scurrying past there?
Yep. You saw basically Dondrad and Rannick get webbed, and then a spider the size of a dog, a medium dog, just scuttled out. That's interesting. It's immune to puppet, intimidation, and taunt, but then it still has animal intelligence, so beast friend, and you can communicate it. Well, that's very weird. It's only that they called it mindless, which is, to my mind, is not what you should call something that's supposedly can communicate it magically with. Anyway, Donjad, what are you up to?
I shall run to there. I think we'll do is we'll target it
Well, they're supposed to obey commands at the level of a dog, really.
Yes, that's true. But you can intimidate a dog.
Yeah,
You're not going to see anything today.
Okay, there's blindness. Success means the victim suffers from -4. Okay, the victim automatically tries to say with vigour the free action at the end of its following turn, so it is blinded until the end of its turn. Next turn.
Alright, so it's -2 in all actions.
Yep.
Listening to say this.
You blind the spider. That brings us to Jelsa.
This big spider's running around along the ground.
At the moment it is, yes. Any moment now it's going to hit a wall and basically clamber up it as fast as it can.
I'm also going to step over here and go. She's been really bored.
Oh God! Did you hear that, boys? What panic! She's bored, and the two of you are trapped and unable to resist any of her magic.
This is going to go badly.
That's going to hit the tower. That is one hell of a casting of sparkly fireworks.
Yeah, I was bored. I needed some sparkle.
Okay, it does not say you can evade burst, so there's nothing the poor little spider can do about that except spend the penny it just got. I suppose. See, this is an interesting one. Being blinded, should that affect your vigour roll?
No, I reckon not.
It's anything that requires vision. So
Yeah, that's what I agree. No, that don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I'm afraid your sparkly fireworks fly off, and the thing basically doesn't seem to be that affected by it. Irina, you get to go next.
Okay.
Obviously, your beast friend's still going, so you can still communicate with the spider, if you so wish. It hasn't attacked you or your wolf or your fox, for the record.
I think I want to see if there's more above. Is this a staircase here?
That staircase is there.
Then I'm going to go up to see if there's more, because I'd rather know what was likely to come up behind me than not.
Okay. As you start to ascend the staircase, you become horribly aware that this staircase is in no way structurally sound as it starts to collapse beneath you. Make an athletics check, please. Okay.
That was not particularly good.
No, but fortunately, it's an interesting one, actually. You have to critically fail that to actually fall. Basically,
I just look ungainly.
so, hang on.
And end up going nowhere.
Wooden staircase... Sorry, I take that back. The staircase... What actually happens there is it doesn't actually collapse. That's only if you critically fail. The staircase isn't safe. You make an athletics roll to attempt to climb the stairs. A failure means you cannot ascend. A critical failure means basically you fall. So you try. I'm not entirely sure. I suppose it's the case of you just put your feet through things or something. I don't know. Or it's just so wobbly and unsafe that you don't actually get very far this round.
That's fine. The fox is here on guard, looking up to tell me if any spiders come down the same way.
Certainly, no problem at all.
That's the only way to know.
No problem. Good fella, I'm afraid you're basically bound up in a web at the moment.
Can I try and break free?
I imagine, yeah, that will be strength at strength or athletics, but strength is at -2, I believe. Interestingly, it doesn't give a hardness to the webbing. I suppose the idea is it's sticky and you can't really cut it easily. You could. It will probably burn quite nicely if you wanted to set yourself on fire.
I'll save that one. Can I try and cut myself free?
Well, that's the problem.
Well,
It doesn't give me a hardness. So
we're bound anyway, so we can't actually do anything like draw a weapon to cut ourselves free.
you have to use
All we're allowed to do is
yeah.
try and escape.
strength for
Yeah, it's
athletics.
the delight of strength.
Yeah.
I
Strength for
pretty
my-
much had my sword in my hand, so I think I should.
Yeah, but no, you did. But right now, what's happened is your arm and your sword are stuck to your chest because you're basically cocooned in webbing. So all you could do is use strength for athletics to break free. That's the problem. You can't move your sword arm enough to use your sword in an effective manner to cut yourself loose. I'm afraid.
If we were only entangled, we'd be able to because we could do other actions.
Yes, but you're physically bound. You cannot make any physical actions other than trying to break free. Breaking free is an action. With a success, an entangled hero is free. With a raise, he's completely free. A bound character moves to entangled. So breaking free from a web or net. The entangled power is strength -2 or an athletics roll minus any penalties noted. The sticky web of a giant spider, for example, might note that escape attempts at -2 or more, but it doesn't say that, fortunately, at the moment. This action just works as freezing. It might do in the bestiary, but I have the version here doesn't say that. So it is just basically strength or athletics to escape at this time.
So what can I do?
Make a strength or athletics check to try and get yourself out from being bound. That's all you can do, unfortunately. According to the rules.
And if you use strength, you roll at -2. If you use athletics, you don't.
Yep. Why is my computer going so slowly at loading this file in? There it goes. So, okay. Spider. Okay, that's fine. You basically start tearing yourself out of the webbing. You are now only classified as entangled, and therefore you will be able to cut yourself free, or next round, or continue to break yourself free with strength or athletics. Jelsa.
Yeah, she's really disappointed that those last fireworks fizzle. No, I'm gonna Benny. No, ain't happening again.
While they're all very pretty in that, why is this shooting them in air?
That is really interesting, actually. That in the actual core rules, they imply that the webbing of a giant spider will be extra sticky and harder to get loose of. Yet when you actually look in the bestiary, it doesn't say that at all. Very strange. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Giant Spider is well, I think what we're going to have him do is he's not very happy with basically someone trying to set them on fire.
Well, he's still blind until he shakes it off.
That's very true. So he will have a penalty at shooting at you.
Yeah, there's only in 2 of its eyes. The remaining 6 are working.
Indeed. So it attempts to blind you. And I have to admit, I wish there was a way to do verticality even on a 2D map, if that makes sense. Because it's literally just going to start climbing up the tower. Okay, I'm going to say it's got a pace of... What's its pace? It's got a pace of 8, so it's moved 3 inches, so it's actually 5 inches up the tower. Okay, it gets to make a vigor check to be able to see properly. It is no longer blind. Okay, Rannick.
Bloody hell, binding me up in spider silk.
Oh, just one short of getting all the way free, but you are entangled. Dondrad.
I can do is target them.
I thought you had already targeted him before. I'm going to see if they put the hardness of a spider's web in. Maybe they should. Maybe they don't do it there. Maybe I just need to look up hardness.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit closer.
Seem to remember in the real world, webs have got a higher tensile strength by size than steel.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, you see. Yeah, I think if you scaled them up, they really would be quite sturdy and impressive, wouldn't they?
Right, here's the thing. Why don't we do one of these desperate attack thingies?
Go on then. You have to be pretty desperate since it's what, 5 squares up, which is 10 yards up in the air.
You can't melee it. You'll have to range attack it.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it there. Right.
You hit it.
That does 1 point of damage.
You gonna buddy that? No. Okay. Okay, new round. That spider's just keeping you busy. And that brings us to Jelsa.
Still in range of my sparkles, right?
Desperate attack is only for melee attacks, apparently.
Well, there we go then. But had no effect anyway, but there we go.
I
just thought I'd check it out.
Yeah, basically.
So, then I'll just
yeah.
whisper something about this 9.
Because logically you just tilt it. No, I'm not worrying. I'm not going to worry about proper trigonometry and working out the angle of the hypotenuse to work out the correct length you need to be.
This thing is hard to kill.
It is. Rannick.
Rannick is going to let go of his sword and shield, which are going to dangle by the webs off him. Pull out his composite bow and take a shot.
I was just trying to work out if you could use that to work it out. You shake it.
Bloody thing. Bastards.
Good fella. You've got most of the webbing off you. What do you wish to do? Hello, are you there, sir? Hello, have we lost good fella? I think. lost him.
Looks like we have.
We do sometimes, don't we? Let's put him on hold. Dondrad!
One of these days, you're not going to have to let me put things.
What's that? What are these days? What?
The bloody crossbows, I don't like them. Don't like anything to do with rage. In fact, I am going to Benny that just because the off chance that it's going to get away.
You hit it.
You bugger. Give me your bugger. Left a bit, right a bit.
Oh well, that's the shame. I was going to let the spider escape, but no, you skewer it, and it plummets back down to the ground and lands with a loud, hard squelch. Irina.
I'm going to, far more carefully this time, try to ascend.
You are able to climb the tower. I love the way they don't give you any other levels. What did it look like? So the wooden staircase leading to the roof of the tower. Yeah, so you get up there. It would appear that this was the one and only spider.
Sit on the roof so I can lean over the edge and call to the others.
Indeed.
It's like all there is.
Well, that's all right. Then I can get this bloody web off me now. Right. And then I'll
very carefully climb back down.
I will see if my arrow has fallen to the ground in a recoverable manner, and it has not.
That is an unfortunate occurrence.
I am not going to fail coming back down. I am not going to fail coming back down. Thank you.
Ironically, you didn't necessarily need to spend bennies. You just needed to just re-roll in a little while, as it were, to simulate the fact you just had to, try a different route. But
I just didn't want to slide down the staircase on my arse.
Fair enough. Seems reasonable. Okay, well, as far as I could judge, you have upheld your end of the agreement with Grey Pelt.
So, before we go back and see that warg, who reckons he's going to double cross us?
What are we doing? Show of hands?
You can vote
Depends on
out.
who's the boss. If the kobold's the boss, then you're going to get double crossed. You should have killed the kobold.
I think he might keep his word. Let's go find out.
Before we do, I do want to have a look down this well. I've got rope here. Somebody grab hold at the other end.
Look around, see if there's anything we could tie it to.
Well, if I have to, I can tie it round well.
I think that there's going to need to be more than me on the other end of a rope if you're climbing down it.
All right, I'll tie it down it.
Why do you want to climb down it?
He wants to see what's down there.
Aye.
My vote is water.
There was dead body next to here. And no stuff. I'm thinking, might have dropped a coin down well or something for a wish or something like that. It's always worth having a look down a well, especially when playing a game that's based on Dungeons and Dragons.
You drop Sparkly down the well. She glows. You'll be all right.
Hey, you're right. Sparkle tits.
Well, fit as well.
Got something fun for you to do.
Jelsa.
I'm looking at him kind of wary because whenever he asks me to do something, it's probably something I don't want to do.
Here, tie this rope round the waist.
4.
Fun?
He wants you to explore the well.
I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing, and that's the bait.
Rennie, How old are you?
Old enough.
I just realised what you said there. Sorry.
Farmer Brown always said, "I'm as old as my eyes and a little older than my teeth."
I'm fully aware of the fact that to your kind, I probably seem a child. However, I'm not stupid, and I was not born yesterday.
There
How
wasn't
about we look
yesterday. We've been here. We've been travelling together for a couple of weeks at least.
Well, here's a couple of options. You want to see what's down the well?
Aye.
Well, we can either lower the dwarf down, because he's got, a death wish apparently, or Irina could do her little thingy of, maybe become a sparrow and fly down there.
Oh, fine.
Nobody
But if
lowers
you-
a lot.
Okay. You shape change and fly down the well.
Now, I'd shout down, is there out down there? But I don't think she can reply when she's a sparrow.
There's 10 feet of rope dangling into the well. The water is 10 yards down and is brackish when you fly down there, Irina.
Okay, I'll look at the walls on the way up, see if there's any holes or passages through them.
Make a notice check, please. You do not see anything at all, except when you clamber back up the top, you notice that Rannick appears to have knocked the skeleton by the side of the well, revealing a backpack that was half buried under the body and in the dirt.
Then I will transform back into myself
Mm-hmm.
and say there's nothing down there. But it's a good job we didn't send you, being as you can't even see what's at your own feet. I pull up the backpack.
Okay, looking inside the backpack, you find the remains of a week's worth of trail rations, what appears to be a set of highly prized mechanical picking devices, thieves' tools, 10 yards of silk rope, and a small coin purse with about 40 gold pieces in it in assorted coins, and a small blue vial that appears to is carrying a interesting bubbling liquid.
I'll put everything but the blue vial out for everybody else to have a look at, and I will further examine the blue vial and see if I can tell what it is.
Okay, well that would be as an action you determine that it is magical in nature. It's all in the party sheet, guys. And then it's common knowledge, actually, apparently, for fairly common magic items. But you've got the occult roll, so I won't worry about it anyway. You deduce it is a potion of minor healing.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, I've already given it to you. So the rest, the other party items are in the other items are in the party sheet. There's the silk rope. Well, actually, the coin purse I didn't need to put there because I just put the coinage in. There's some thief tools and some tour rations.
These any use to you, Sparkle Tits?
Jalsa looks over the tools and go, "Who made these?" And she pulls out her own. Mine are gnomish made.
These are probably not gnomish made, no.
Well, I'll stay with my gnomish made thieves' tools, but thank you. That was very generous of you.
At the end of the day, you can always sell them.
Right, well, nobody else wants them, I'll have them.
Sharing out the money equally, you all get 7 gold pieces.
Yay.
So,
Did you already put it on our sheet?
Yeah.
On the party sheet.
It's on the party sheet. So, basically you can pop your name in. Basically, when you're trying to grab stuff, you can either just pop your name in, and then other people can argue about it, or you can just literally pull them out. And then there's a button that I click that basically. Oh, actually, that's really nice. I've just noticed. I've never noticed that before. There's an option to automatically sell. I'm just going to try to see what happens. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm not going to. Do you know what I mean? I like that. There's an option to just literally sell everything in the.
It's interesting. Some of it's sold for silver pieces, and some of it's sold for dollars rather than gold pieces.
That's because what I've written, and I'm going to have to go through every blimmin' item in the core rules and type GP after the price.
Ah.
I'm not at all annoyed about that. Anyway, okay. Having worked out that's what you could do, that's really useful. So yes, you would basically have a. The only problem with that is someone needs to. I suppose what you have to carry it, and then obviously when it comes back, when it gets back to town, you dump everything you don't want. Yeah, let's see if that works. So if I type that to Ranix.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works in 5e.
Ranix. So I've just given you a set of thief tools. Can you you drop them back in the party sheet out of interest later on?
I'm finding out. We can't set assignments on the party sheet, by the way. Only you can.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I did not know that.
No, I can't drag things to the party sheet. Oh no, maybe I did. Yes, I just did.
Yes, you did. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the idea. So basically, any items that you do not claim, I will destroy. Yeah. Any items you do want to claim and sell later, you have to carry them, and then when you get back to town and you do all your schmoozing and everything, anything you want to sell, you drop into the party sheet. I can sell it, and then you can distribute the wealth accordingly. That's really rather cool. I like that.
So at the moment, it says small coin purse there, but you said we were going to get 7 gold each. Did you give us the gold, or did we take the coin purse?
The coin purse is a pouch, and the money was in it, but the money has already been distributed.
Yes. So that was.
So we've got the money.
You've got the money, yeah.
That's fine. I didn't know how much I had before, so.
That's okay. It's automatic. I'm still learning about parcels because it's very much something that's existed for many years in Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder and.
Is this food actually all right?
Yeah, there's trial rations there long term, so you can take If you want to take all 7, let me know and I can speed it up by just popping your name in it, and then you don't have to do it manually.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. So there we go. Okay, I really like that. I never knew you could actually sell items by dumping them back into the party sheet. That's really rather cool. Righty ho. So
yeah, have you not got a percentage thing on it?
Yeah, 50%. I could even set the percentage you sell it at. So if you get
you get ripped off when you sell it back.
Yeah, but if you do really well, you can increase or improve that, can't you? So I like that. I really like that. Never having to worry about it before. No, it's not a standard thing, parcels. You don't tend to worry about treasure in most Savage settings. It's only the fantasy-based ones and stuff. But anyway. Right. So. Are you...
Right, so that reckons that he's on the up, does that?
Only two out of 5 think you're going to that he's going to go back on his word. Apparently.
Let me go back before. Oh well, that's the thing. We roll dice afterwards, so we didn't get it because it shuts it down.
Does it?
It does, yeah. Basically, that's the only thing I've noticed is. The second someone rolls the dice, you can't click in the vote anymore.
There you go. Well, I think Warg's going to double cross us. It is in the nature of a Warg to be a bastard.
Actually, Dulce's more hoping he will.
Oh, there's another mistake I've made.
She's hoping they will because she wants to kill the kobold, and if they don't double cross us, she's going to have to let him live. That sucks.
All right. Well, if this show,
I suggest we get the gnome somewhere near the front.
In that case, Rannick will pick up his backpack again.
Yeah, why don't we just walk in like we're going to negotiate, and then Sparkles will just blow the whole room up? It's not a very big room.
It's really that heavy?
I don't blow things up.
Someone's slightly over encumbered.
What, me?
No.
Is it Dondrad?
No, I think trail rations might be the wrong way.
Yeah, they're weight 8 when they should be weight 1.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was encumbered for the first session with tail rations.
That's
They're
better.
weigh 8 pounds of a pattern.
That's a lot better. My weight just went from 70 something to 20 something.
I would like to. I will actually find. I will go and refine the first. I will go and refine my version 1.0 of the PDF because I've got it somewhere. I deliberately kept it, and I'm going to until I can check it and prove that I'm actually mistaken. I'm going to say that was definitely a typo in version 1.0 and definitely not something I did.
And also, if you put anything in a backpack, you can manually cut its weight by half because things in backpacks count as half weight.
Akil reckons he can code that.
Really awesome.
He's not promising, but he reckons he can code it. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's waiting to see if they change it in 1.4. But anyway,
yeah.
I thought about it.
It makes a lot of sense. It's not that it's the whole point of backpacks is the whole idea of backpacks is it makes carrying heavy stuff easier, isn't it? It's not a case of it makes it lighter. It just weight is one. Yeah, weight is actually one. I'm having a really weird situation with Fantasy Grounds Unity in that it is not if the modules are changed when I change the modules, they're not bloody changing the values, and it's driving me up the wall. I'm having to. I mean, for some of the Rippers stuff, I actually have to basically after every update, I have to go back in and delete vault files because they're overwriting the modules. I do not know what's going on with my Unity. I may well have to have a good clear down, which I don't want to do, but I might have to because it's not a happy bunny. Because basically the module of course, unless of course it's finding the module and it was just because once you copied them on originally they were the wrong weight. That's possible. Okay, so only 2 out of 5 people think you're going to be
double crossed,
which is reassuring. That means you're a nice, trusting party.
I think we'll just get double crossed. I'm proposing that we should get go in there friendly and then get Jilsa just to blow up the room.
Well, let's go see them, shall we?
You say you don't blow up rooms, but they look pretty blown up after all.
I mean, if they are just wolves, we could just get Arena to tell them to bugger off. Hang on.
Aye.
Excuse me, there's wolves in here.
Yeah, they just
relax. Hello,
maybe they're checking that you've killed everything.
Yeah, we do it.
All right, hand over mushrooms.
Don't go in the room.
Well, do you want doggy slobber on mushrooms, Dondrad? Where's the mushrooms?
Well, you can see them growing all over the place.
All right, I'll walk in and start picking mushrooms.
Have you dealt with the bats?
Go look for yourself.
My wolves told me you haven't killed the bats. Therefore, I don't have to give you my mushrooms.
Games Master said he couldn't be asked doing the thing with the bats.
That's very true. I care not about the Games Master. I only care that I'm not giving you my mushrooms.
All smashed.
And he howls quite loudly. Yeah, this could be unfortunate.
Are we all about to run away?
No, it's just I didn't really want to eat the fox. But the fox, the wolf bites at the fox, but the fox darts to the side and escapes. Jelsa!
Is there anything, wolves or anything immediately around me?
Not that you can see, although the fox outside the room just yelped in shock.
Well, I figure the big guys can handle this. The fox is out here, right?
Yeah.
Come out and see if the fox is in trouble. And I see he's got a wolf on him.
Oh yeah, there's a wolf trying to eat the fox. Well, bite the
Then
fox.
I'm going to help the fox.
Okay. You hit the wolf. Okay, well that wolf doesn't last very long. Down it goes, yelping in pain as it dies.
As bad as the fox.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Goodfella's probably going to be with you guys. He wouldn't be down there necessarily on his own, so let's move him up. Okay, Rannick.
Right, Rannick is going to move into there and shield bash Greypelt to knock him into that pillar in the centre of the room to try and make him discombobulated. Take that, you bastard.
He must be size 0 because he hasn't got any size values.
And I will make him... Oh, I can't actually click on the...
No, you got inspiration. Basically, yeah, don't affect him, but you gain a Benny.
Yeah, I should still make him either distracted or vulnerable, though. And then the raise, you get to roll on the...
Interesting.
On the table.
What do you want to make him?
But the inspiration's gone over the distracted and vulnerable bit, so I can't click on it on the
okay.
combat tracker.
What do you want to make him?
I would like him vulnerable, because other people are going to go between...
that's a graphics error, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone can...
Could they make him vulnerable, please?
Yeah, you can. You make him vulnerable.
The size of the box makes no difference either.
He is vulnerable. He's now going. Okay.
Oh, well, I made you spend a penny. That'll do.
Exactly. Okay. Wolfden, let's see what Greypelt's going to do, because has he got tactics? Yes, he has got tactics. He was, which he's done. Okay.
Aye, spent a penny on an action girl.
Yeah, but yeah, he's not got that to soak with now, has he?
Okay, so that's fine. He's not going to do much, and
he's also gone very quiet.
Okay,
he's muted himself.
How have I muted myself?
Who has?
Kev had muted himself.
I have no idea how I managed to mute myself. Okay. Well, he's going to have to rip your throat out. Well, your insides out, Rannick. I'll risk it just this once. No.
Bugger up, you bastard! Will, running around, you're making me dizzy.
Going to go there. No.
Sit.
No, he's going to go there.
Heel. Look, yeah.
Okay, Arena.
I am going to come out here. Saw some wolves through that doorway before.
Yes.
I'm going to control those wolves. Try to control those wolves. Oh, all right. I'm going to fail.
Well, obviously, they're very loyal to Grey Pelt. It would appear.
Good. Okay, then physically I'll go defensive, I guess.
It's a full round action, that.
Well,
You can.
let's just say story-wise, I'm going to look defensive.
Okay, yeah. Stories-wise, you're going to take it. You're going to take a defensive stance rather than going fully defensive.
Yeah, and my wolf here is, if that door is open, I'm going to hide in here.
Yep. Amber goes and hides in there. Yeah. No problemo. Donjad.
Yeah, I can see everybody from where I am, so I'm going to. If this battle be blessed, then it be blessed. That's a bit of an insult.
It is a crisis of. Oh, that suffers a point of fatigue, isn't it? I seem to recall a critical failure on every bloody setting has different rules for critical failures. What's the backlash? Critical failure is a backlash. There. I can't find the rules of backlash.
It's page 169. Causes a level of fatigue and all currently active powers are instantly terminated.
I'd like to know.
It's under activation.
Oh right, so I type yes. Okay, in all fairness, then I did type backlash into the thing in it because it came up under activation. I determined that was bollocks. Okay, Gurkle Cap actually made a really good athletics roll and was able to escape from the manacles early. I was quite surprised.
Mm.
He basically slings at you. He fires his sling at you. Oh, now the sling's working, so I don't know what's up with the net. He fires his sling at you, Rannick, but unfortunately, well, for him, but fortunately for you.
Shield.
Yeah.
Bang.
A wolf attacks Arena. Missing.
How rude.
Good fella.
Yeah, go.
What's your plan, sir?
I'm gonna join the combat in the other room.
Go for it. 2, 3 gets you to there. You've still got 3 more inches of movement if you want to move after that, but 3 inches gets you to there.
So Grey Pelt seems to be the big baddie.
Grey Pelt is the big bad, yes.
I shall attack the big bad.
Thanks for joining in. It was getting a bit lonely in here. Watch out for
I know,
mushrooms.
man. I don't know. I'm off my game. I've been following you guys around. Getting last to every fight today.
Yeah, cards have not been friendly to you lately, but yes, okay, go for it. Ooh,
they call me good fella come lately.
T666, thank you very much. 66666. Belmurta66 just followed us, so someone's enjoying what we're doing somewhere along the line. Anyway, okay, you're attacking Grey Pelt. Off you go. Thank you, Belmurta66, and I really can't pronounce that for some reason, but thank you for following. That's a hit on Grey Pelt. Your cards have not been friendly to you lately, but yes, okay, go for it. Cool, I said that a long time back.
Okay, that was surreal.
Good fella come lately.
I said that a long time ago. That's very strange. Anyway, 2 wounds on Grey Pelt. Well, okay, well, Grey Pelt's going to attempt to soak that. But he's got quite a few bennies saved up. He basically, you attack Grey Pelt, but he basically seems to resist the blow quite spectacularly. Another wolf tries to get towards Arena, but cannot get close enough because of the doorway and the walls. A wolf comes up and pounces at Goodfella, missing. Wolf number 3 comes charging out down the corridor and attacks Jelsar. It's almost as if he sent them everywhere to ambush you, but nothing happens. And then bounding up the stairs from below comes another rather larger wolf than the others. And will go after Rannick. But that misses as well. So that was really terrible dice rolling on my part.
Is this other wolf invisible by any chance?
Is it?
Oh, no, it's not invisible. It's a wolf consort. Ooh.
It's one of Grey Pelt's mates. Okay, Girdle Gap. He is basically going to sling at Dondrad, actually, because he reckons that dwarf, he doesn't like that dwarven cleric, so he fires his sling as hard as he can, and he bounces one off Dondrad's nose. Well, torso, I should say. But maybe it was his nose because it didn't have any real effect. Dondrad.
Yeah, the glitter beard's a bit rusty. I can still see everybody. Bless.
It looks like it's going to work this time.
Oh, doesn't get the raise. Because of the fatigue, this is the raise. So, it's let me do some quick timber shifting.
Are you going for attacks? I assume you're doing fighting -2.
What did I roll there?
You didn't get the
You
raise.
rolled
You did not get a raise. He's fatigued. Don't forget. So
Yeah.
he has to choose. He has to choose whether he wants fighting -2 or ranged -2 because he didn't get the raise.
Fighting -2. So what's that? That's that.
It's the second one on the list. Yeah. There we go. Good fella, Jelsa, Arena, Rannick. Did you not spend points for yourself?
I never targeted myself.
That's fine. It's okay. That's what I was asking. And it costed. Yeah.
I've got to work at the power points, but I do that after my turn.
No worries. Jelsa. Don't forget. You only cost you 1 power point to miscast, not the full casting cost. Or maybe it does on a critical. I can't remember. Jelsa.
No, it's only 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spend the 2 power points, and I'm going to cast my Firefly Protectors on myself and Irina, because we get a mess out here, and I'm not worrying about the guys. They're big boys.
Okay. I've targeted both of them for you. Make your spellcasting roll and summon your Farflies. You got a 4, which will so now let's see now the.
So that's just a +2 on armor.
That's it. You need the raise to get the toughness option, don't you? Yep. So you both get +2 armor. No problem at all.
Yeah. And that would be my turn.
Okay, wolf number 5 is going to bite at Goodfellow again. But doesn't have any good effect there. And wolf number 3 is going to bite at Jelsa, but with the deflection going and the protective Farflies, there's no real effect there. Arena, you have basically can hear 2 wolves snarling, and one's biting at you and the other one's trying to get through the door to you.
Okay, I'm gonna give this another go.
But in the meantime, you've got protective Farflies floating around you and an aura of protection around you as well. You've been blessed and got Farflies protecting you as well. Okay, you're casting Beast Rend on...
Wolves 2, Wolf and 3. So Wolf 1, 2 and 3.
Okay, so that will cost you 3 power points.
And
Which means they technically... Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So I'm going to say that basically makes them neutral for now. Well, actually not, because you've only cast it on them. What you got? It allows you to obey, and they obey simple commands. So it gets interesting, that one, doesn't it? doesn't say they get any choice on the matter, which is very frustrating. So I'm going to classify them as neutral. I'm assuming you're going to give them a simple command of some description.
Yeah. Leave. Go away.
Okay, that's going to last for 10 minutes, so that's fine. Okay. Amber's hiding. That brings us to Greypelt. Greypelt is going to take multi-action, and he's going to bite Rannick.
No, he's not.
And he's going to claw Goodfella. Oh well. This wolf basically... well, this wolf wants to get by you. You're going to let it get by you, Irina.
Yeah.
Okay, and wolf number 2 is going to do the same thing. And the wolf consort is going to bite Rannick. Missing. That's that pesky deflection. Rannick!
Oh, that bloody leave me alone. Is this the missus? Because she's a right bitch.
Oh dear. I have to give you one for that. Also, I've just noticed Irina has no bennies left. We can't have that. I've been too stingy today.
And you know what? I will use that Benny straight away.
You hit Greypelt.
That will do nicely.
Four wounds on Greypelt. Well, obviously, I'm going to spend a Benny to try and soak that. I soak 1 wound. Unfortunately,
he's got that. He's going to have that. You can only do 1 wound around thing on him, isn't he?
I'm afraid he is indomitable or unstoppable, depending on how they change the name, which is something else that Akil thinks he'll be able to program in. But for now, I'm manually upping his soak, so he takes a single wound.
Take that, the bastard.
Good fella.
He just dropped out and back into
Yes, I did hear
voice
it.
channel,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure if...
I did hear somebody drop. I did hear someone connect. I didn't hear someone.
Yeah, he's dropped out again. So he's out now.
I'm going to take the arbitrary decision that he would attack the wolf that's biting him. Seems reasonable.
I think you're probably right.
So let's do that with his longsword. He said he had his longsword at the ready. And I know him, he will always spend at least 1 Benny on a missed attack. Oh crap.
He's back.
Just after I critically failed for him. Going to make him basically good fella reaches but swings the sword above his head and gets it stuck in the door frame.
Hey, what's up? I'm back. I lost the sound. What'd you have me do?
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Unfortunately, critical fail.
Unfortunately, I decided that you'd be very brave and attack and then miss and spend a Benny, and then I made you critically fail. Sorry about that. So I'm afraid you look very spectacular. You came swinging the sword. You raised the sword up above your head to attack the wolf, and then you suddenly realised that you've managed to get the sword stuck in the door frame behind you. So I'm afraid that's.
That sounds like me. I'll let that happen.
Thinking about it, I made you distracted, but actually I think it's more realistic that you're vulnerable because you're every time Gurglecap gets a joker, Greypelt gets 1 more Benny to soak with. That's quite scary. Okay, right, Gurglecap's really basically not enjoying the fact that he's not getting anywhere with his sling, so he just scurries in and attempts to backstab Rannick as he's paying attention to. That's a good point, actually. Has he got backstab?
Well, I'd have to be vulnerable for sneak attack to work, and I'm not.
I know. He does have sneak attack. I was just thinking about because I was using it as an expression, but I was just thinking about that. So he basically he stabs you with his with a very fine looking short sword that really hurts.
Bugger! Really hurt you, bugger!
Arena, those wolves seem to be leaving.
Jealous, so let that one pass. It'll go peaceably. On Grey Pelt.
You're casting
The
entangle on Grey.
mushrooms.
Casting.
Oh, entangle. I was going to say, Grey Pelt can speak. I don't think you're going to be able to beast friend him.
No, I entangled him with fungus strands growing up out of the ground.
Okay, on a raise you bind him, don't you? Successful is entangled with a raise. He's bound. He's automatically bound, and he has to wait to his go to go. Okay, so that's toughness 8. So hardness 8, binding on Grey Pelt. Nicely done.
You should be able to drop that on him, if you give me a minute.
It's
already on him.
I've already done it.
You've already done it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Why has he got no sound? He's not muted. Discord is great, except when it isn't. When it isn't, it's a real, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aha! Great help with shaken. Now we're not talking.
No, we're not talking. Okay. I don't know. Oh, he must have been targeting. Don't worry about that defense roll. I'm afraid Grey Pelt basically is able to break free of your entanglements, but it did take him that was his entire action for this turn. This wolf is leaving as instructed. It's no longer targeting.
They're spending the next 10 minutes running off, so that's what, the next 600 rounds?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Yeah. The only thing I would have said, if Grey Pelt got the chance to get near him, he could have intimidated him back, which is why I'm actually going to make him run, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay. Jelsa, sparkle tips.
I can squeeze between these guys, and because I'm not engaged with the wolf, I can get past them.
Technically, you can, yes. You can't walk through an enemy, but you can walk by them, yes, without being attacked.
I can squeeze right between Goodfella and the wolf, and I hate that little kobold.
Go for it. You throw your star knife at Gurglecap. Gurglecap 2. Oh, that's been fixed actually now, that bug. He's been in the combat tracker since it was a bug. Gurglecap takes 2 wounds. He's got 6 bennies, so I might spend 1. 6 of his own, I hasten to add. Gurglecap avoids the knife. I do believe you got 1 inch of movement left if you want to move.
Oh, I've got 5. I'm tiny.
Oh, of course you have. Mr. Goodfella, sir, you are basically you're able to dislodge your sword from the door frame. Assuming you can hear us.
What I would like to do is leave the sword in the door frame.
Okay.
And grab his mace and whip.
Yep.
And attack with those.
You certainly can do that. Yes.
How much action would that take?
Well, you can ready up to 2 weapons, so that would be drawing your mace and whip would be but 2 of your ready actions. However, you don't have ambidextrous. Oh yeah, you use your mace in your offhand. You've already set it up. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, you literally can draw both your mace and whip as your 2 ready actions. So they're 3 actions so far.
And then so then I'll attack. I have 2 weapon fighting, so I get I'm gonna do that.
Yep. So you basically get to attack with both your weapons with only your offhand penalty. So who are you attacking? Are you attacking the wolf to the south of you? Or are you going after the big bad grey pelt?
I'm going after grey pelt, man.
I thought you might. Okay, grey pelt's targeted. Attack away with your mace and whip.
He's hard, but I'm down. Come on. Go.
Okay, so you right, you hit him with the whip. That will entangle him, won't it, on a raise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you entangle grey pelt with your whip. Nicely done. Now you get to hit him.
And I'm going to Benny that.
Okay, go for it. Actually, I have to admit, that's a really nice combo, isn't it? Because by entangling someone... No, I'm thinking vulnerable, aren't I? You don't get a bonus to attack someone who's entangled. Okay, you hit him. Roll that damage.
I'm going to Benny that.
Somehow I thought you might. Okay, you entangle and you shake grey pelt. That's not too bad. Nothing to sniff at. Dondrad.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
So he will. I want to cast spiritual weapon, which is smite on everybody. Or maybe not, it's the case may be my last Benny. I had to Benny the power point.
That's fine.
Oh, he gets the raise.
Okay.
Everybody gets.
Oh, sorry, I just untargeted everybody. I didn't realise you were going to toss it on everyone. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody gets smite plus 2 damage.
Hold far. I'll put them all back on. You got the raise, so you can isn't it plus 4 damage with a raise? Yeah. So let me. Yep. There we go. Okay, so everyone's weapon of choice. The only problem is that's it. That is the only annoying thing is with the smite effect is by applying it to the combat tracker, it technically applies to everything, but who cares? Okay, so that will probably cost you quite a few power points, but you give smite to everybody. Okay, let me see. This wolf is no longer violent and is going to run away at 13 inches. Gets to there. And they're not coming back, so I'm just going to delete them because they don't need. We don't need to worry about the wolves. They're not coming back. Wolf number 5, however, is going to attack the annoying and very tasty and almost bite size. No, missing. Rannick. It's getting quite crowded in this room.
Right. Rannick's just been stabbed in the back by Girdlecap.
Yes.
So. Rannick is going to, using his shield arm, because he's got a medium shield, so it's strapped to his arm, and he's got his hand can still grab stuff.
Yep.
He wants to, if this is multi-action, fine, he wants to grab Girdlecap's hand at the wrist and squeeze and stare into his eyes and say, "Let me teach you something about fighting, Squirt. Live with the pain." And he's going to squeeze Girdlecap's hand. If it makes him let go of the weapon, that's great. But I want to intimidate him. But if you think that's going to be a disarm and an intimidate, I'll do it as a multi-action.
I think it does sound like you're trying to disarm him and intimidate him at the same time. To me personally.
Okay, well I'll go with that then. What do you want me to do for the disarm then? Is that fighting followed by
A character make
strength?
make an attack against a limb or hand. See called shots. So if the attack hits the weapon, so you're doing a called shot to the hand, but you're doing it. You're trying to grab it, so which would be a touch attack. So that would negate each other. The defender makes a strength. Okay, so basically you're gonna. I think you're great. You're gonna make a fight. You're gonna make a fighting attack against him, and then do strength then roll strength damage because you're using your hand. He has to basically make a strength roll to beat the damage you inflict.
Okay, fair enough.
That's how it works.
Because he's a humanoid, I can re-roll.
So you successfully grab hold of him, so you can basically roll your. We'll make it basically pose strength rolls, basically. So you might as well.
Well, yeah, I'll just see if I can get the raise. Give me a free re-roll, which I can't, but that's fine. So oppose strength from them, yeah?
Yeah. We'll make it pose strength rolls, because that's technically what it is anyway. That would be a 5. It would not be. It won't be a. You know what I mean? Multi-action doesn't apply to the damage, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You disarm him from. You basically cause him to drop his short sword.
Well, I disarm him by leaving his sword stuck in me, don't I?
Yes, basically. It's caught the folds of your armor rather than because it didn't actually wound you, and then you get to intimidate him.
Pain.
Yeah.
Just doing it that way, so it's still kind of sticking out of me. Give me a bonus to the intimidation by any chance.
Oh, go on then.
How much?
+1.
+1. Okay, I'll live with that.
Oof.
I'll not spend my last penny because that would be stupid.
Is it only on fighting attacks you get a free reroll?
Fighting, shooting, and athletics.
Yeah. Okay, the wolf consort is also going to focus on that sparkly haired, bite-sized morsel that's just come bounding into the room. Missing. Okay, that brings us to a new round. Grey Pelt's okay. I can't see. Gurkle kept scored way down. He's got 5 bennies. Let's spend 1 on him. Goodfellas up the top. On the ace of diamonds, Goodfellas going first.
So the whip has the Grey Pelt entangled.
He does indeed.
So I'll smack him with the mace.
Yeah, be my guest.
This is glowing. Well, slightly.
Your mace is glowing as well, yeah, so Rolf, you'll get extra damage if you hit. Okay, so your mace comes crashing down into Grey Pelt's side. He snarls at you in defiance. Roll for damage. Oh, here we go. That is 2 wounds. Okay, Grey Pelt will spend 1 of his bennies to attempt to soak that. He soaks 1 wound. So he takes a wound. Grey Pelt snarls in defiance as he takes his 2nd wound. Dondrad.
Dondrad. Oh, I'm kind of seriously worried here because I've got no power points.
Someone better get a Joker soon.
Aye, somebody better get Joker too.
Right, use your hand and stack deck.
Well, the 15 invisible goblins that were taking all the Jokers are now gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of movement to get to there. Yep.
It runs into there because nobody's engaged in combat yet. He will try to hit the wolf consort.
Okay, well, you hit with a raise upon the wolf consort. It yelps in pain as you basically incapacitate it.
You go, I've killed your mate. What do you think about that?
Grey Pelt remains shaken. They can't. Oh, we can't have that. Grey Pelt's going to have to spend one of his precious bennies to unshake. Grey Pelt is going to attack Goodfella, who has him entangled. Missing. That's not good. He's entangled, so he can't do much else. Girdlecat basically bends down, picks up his short sword, smiles a very toothy grin at you, Rannick, and goes, I can still smell where I peed on you. And, oh, actually, I know. He grabs it out of you rather than bends down and picks it up. And then his smile does sort of vanish slightly when he basically hits you and you parry it with your shield. Rannick!
I'm going to grapple him.
That will make you vulnerable to Grey Pelt.
I'm well aware of that.
Okay, go for it. You've got Girdlecat bound like a kipper.
Sorry, I meant to do that as a multi-action. I didn't click it, but it would have still been a raise either way. And once I've got him bound,
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my bastard sword, draw my knife, and cut off his penis.
How do you know he's got one?
Well, whatever he used to pee on me is going to get removed. Because Rannick is vengeful, and he's just brought back up again. So Rannick will grab him, slam him on the ground, and pull out his flensing knife and remove whatever he uses to urinate with.
Leaving yourself vulnerable.
Absolutely, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
Go on then, make a damage roll with your knife on Girdlecat.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Do you want me to do it at -4 because of the because I've not got smite, or does the +4 count for the fact that I'm going for the vulnerables?
I'm going to say you have +4 counts for going for the vulnerables.
Sure, mate.
Well, technically, you cast smite on a specific weapon, don't you?
Yeah, which would have been the bastard sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe we do need item IDs, etc.
That'll do. Him being shaken from that is fine, because that means I can prolong this.
Fair enough. Jelsa.
Well, Jelsa can see that Rannick's not going to let her kill the kobold, so she's going to turn around and swing at this other thing that tried to bite her.
Okay, you hit wolf number 5 with a raise. Wolf number 5 yelps in pain as it is incapacitated. Smat. Okay, Arena. It appears that it's just Grey Pelt and Girdlecat left. Arena draws a katana and slashes at Grey Pelt, hitting. Oh, this is going to hurt. That's 3 wounds on Grey Pelt. Okay, he's going to spend a penny to attempt to soak that. And 5 means he soaks 1 wound, but obviously he is indomitable / unstoppable. I can't remember which is the current name for the edge. So although you have inflicted 2 wounds, he takes 1 wound. Amber's still hiding. A new round begins. Possibly the last round for Grey Pelt. Rannick.
Nick moves his knife up to Girdlecat's left eye and says, I told her if they double-crossed me, I'd poke that eye out, didn't I? Guess what? This was a bloody double-cross, the bastard. And I poke his left eye out with the end of my dagger.
Bloody wolf.
I mean, the wolf isn't a problem. I'm dealing with the thing that pissed... Well, he didn't piss me off. He pissed on me, which pissed me off.
He did pee on you. It has to be said.
So, do you need a fighting roll and a damage roll, or can I just poke his eye out?
Let's go for a damage roll, because that's... I mean, he's bound, so go for a damage roll. The idea is if you do enough damage to wound him, obviously, you take his eye. It's the easiest way to do it, isn't it? Otherwise,
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, take his eye. Library. Hang on, no, if I go... I do miss the old option. Maybe if I go that way, I can still do side... Can you still do sidebars that way? Or does it just... It just turns them on and off. It's not like the old days where you used to be able to just...
They're under options sidebar.
Yeah, no. But in the old days, what used to happen was you could...
Yeah, you can do it on the library.
You could just literally open it up and do it, couldn't you? Girdle cap hindrances. He's now got one eye. He cries out in pain and agony and says, "Oh, I give in! I surrender! I surrender! Paxies! Paxies!"
Little like now, you little bastard.
Jelsa.
And she mutters, I told you that anybody that hangs out with kobolds is going to betray us. But she's going after the big guy.
Okay.
At this point, Bert's probably barfing at
Because
it.
at this point, killing the kobold would just put him out of his misery.
Frenzies, I'll give you my nice sword, he says. You hit Greypelt. Okay, this is looking like Greypelt could be in trouble here. That's a wound on Greypelt. I'm spending Greypelt's last Benny. That will still leave him incapacitated. Let's spend one of the GM bennies.
That blue.
That does it. Greypelt is still standing. Gurkle-kep. Oh, whoops, my mistake. Gurkle-kep. Recovers from being shaken. He cries out in pain, drops the weapons and goes, No, please! No, please! Please! We can be friends! We can be friends!
Bit late for that, the bastard.
And he stabs you with his dagger. Missing. Greypelt! Okay. Greypelt's in a bit of a bind here. Well, he will attack Jelsa, the bite-sized one that's taken out his mate. Missing! And you know what? I'm going to spend my last Benny on that. Because he's very angry with you. You did kill his mate. But that doesn't do him any good. And
Conrad did. He wasn't paying attention.
Good fella. Oh, that's very true. Good fella. He does target out the small and the weak, it says anyway, so. Over to Mr.
Ready.
Go for it. He's still entangled by your whip, so you can just hit him with your mace. You get a good hit on him, he's going down. I'm out of bennies. You hit him. This could be the end of Greypelt.
Smite him. Oh,
He smote him.
He smote him upon
smited him.
He smote him. Greypelt howls in pain and agony as he is incapacitated.
Nick doesn't care and is carrying on with what he's doing with Gürtelkep.
Actually, he shouldn't. Gurkle-kep shouldn't have been able to stab you. He was bound, but that it's just in keeping with what he tried to do. So.
Oh yeah, totally. That's fine.
Dondrad.
Wolf Glucks for everyone. Dondrad will obviously kill him.
Okay.
If you come over to swing your hammer at him, Rannick would like to shield him with Rannick's body because Rannick doesn't want this thing dead.
You could just shout at him, "Don't do it!" I suppose. Or he's
Back off, Stunty. This one's mine.
I'm gonna kill him.
Go on then.
So just make a roll to hit, yeah.
Oh yeah, just make a target roll. It must admit, actually, given that Radix on top, it's going to be a hard one. So roll the damage. Are you definitely wanting to take this damage that he's about to roll on Gurklecat?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I don't want Gurklecat dead.
Oh shit.
That was a really good hit.
I best use my last penny on that then.
You had. As you go in to smack him,
Radix
literally rolls into the way, taking a wound. So you're basically, your warhammer crashes down, and you as Radix rolls over to take the blow to protect Gurklecat.
What are you getting in the way? He's a combatant. He should die. Once you declare war, you die. That's the rules.
Arena. Let's get rid of the blood splats. If you're talking, we can't hear you, by the way.
She's muted.
Is she?
Yep. Excuse me. I will nip upstairs.
I can't unmute her. Yeah.
No.
I get the impression he's going to torture him so we can bring everyone else out of combat. Well, he was a tough fella, wasn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm going to let take over for me because I took some strong painkillers last night and they're still affecting me now. I'm barely out of it.
That's okay. No problem at all.
Thanks.
Tucked behind the pillar. I'm going to unlock tokens at this point because Rannick's obviously going to spend his time with Gurklecat. Tucked behind the pillar are a few things of value, you notice.
Hey, Stud, you make yourself useful. Give me that warhammer.
Are you going to kill him?
Give me the bloody warhammer now. All right, I'll do it the hard way then. Rannick will poke out Gurklecat's other eye with his dagger and then start smashing his face against the wall to break all his teeth out.
Okay.
But I don't want him dead. I want him to survive crippled.
Yeah, exactly. I will incapacitate him because eventually he loses all. You beat him to a bloody pulp, but don't kill him. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Bert's going to lose his lunch because he's quite a gentle soul. He's not into this, like.
Yeah.
So, and then Rannick goes over, taps Dondrad on the shoulder to make him turn around and look at him, and punches him in the face.
Oh, crikey.
With a, don't they ever do that again, the bastard. And then he'll turn his back on him and leave him to it.
So, I'm going to let you two all decide what you want to do with that one in a minute, and just explain what Jels is finding behind that pillar, and then I'll let you lot role play that out while Jels is going through all the pretty trinkets. So first things first, you find a bag with a considerable amount of gold coins in it. What appears to be a masterwork hand crossbow with 10 bolts. There appears to be another potion and what appears to be a magic wand.
Well, see, Jalsa, if she's the one that found it while they're busy, would pocket that wand because she's interested in the Darkwood. She can tell it's Darkwood.
Okay.
She doesn't care if you're not. It's cool.
Okay, so I'm saying Jalsa's taking the wand, Dondred's taking the bolts. Do you want the hand crossbow as well, Dondred? It's masterwork crossbow.
No, I just wanted to top off me bolts. But no, I can't shoot them.
But masterwork is it's a masterwork, so it's very nice quality and plus has an additional point of armor piercing.
Irina will collect the mushrooms because she's collected the other ones.
Irina will take the mushrooms. Who wants to take? I suppose Irina will take the potion to examine it, won't she?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So, sharing out the gold, you each get 59 gold pieces. Characters. Where's Arena? Arena will make an occult roll. Our occult rolls have been very good today.
Mm. She determines that the potion is a potion of minor boost strength. Handy.
Indeed. Jelsa, if you want to make an occult roll while examining the wand that you took without...
She don't have a cult. She doesn't have a cult, but I can do it unskilled.
You might want to take a cult as you advance.
I could give her a hand if you want.
Well, you've got a cult at least, haven't you?
I'm kind of the fact that I took the wand from the rest of you guys. She's not terribly honest. She's a thief.
Goodfellas gonna ask Bert if Bert minds if we what's that called when you collect the skins of an animal?
You skin them.
Yeah, you skinned them, yeah.
Would Bert be offended if we skin the wolves? I bet you we can make some money off these wolf pelts.
He wasn't very happy when Rannick skinned the tassel worm, but Rannick did it anyway.
But would not be very happy if you skinned the wolves, I suspect.
Wand is right up her alley, too.
That's absolutely fine. The one that you don't have.
Knows I had. Because I got little pieces of darkwood in my pouches. I've been listing what's in my pouches. As I pick them up here and there.
The wand of light. So, but okay, there we go. I didn't notice, so... There we go.
Well then, Goodfellow, is Bert around?
Bert is technically with us all the time, but Robert couldn't make it today. So Bert's outside. Bert's been patrolling the place, obviously keeping an eye out for stuff.
Well, I will help. Goodfellow will help Bert observe his druid practices, and I don't know, like bury the wolves or put them in a pyre or something like that. That would help Bert's druidic religion.
Indeed. Oh, it does say 13 charges there. Okay, so I just need to make some notes on what I need to do, because this is why we're doing this. We are play testing it so I can work out all the things I need to do. And my word, creating adventures for Pathfinder / you know what I mean, D&D and all that is much more complicated than standard Savage ones, because every encounter I've got to do, and well, one you've got to do an encounter for it, one you've got to do the treasure for the encounter, one then sometimes if you've got to do the gear for the NPC with the encounter. It's makes me miss the old days. Okay,
Items could also do with having a charges slot, couldn't they?
Yeah, but they don't. I've noticed basically none of the, as far as I can tell, none of them have it. Because I was looking at, well, Pathfinder rule set certainly doesn't. Because basically, whenever there's anything with charges in Pathfinder, it goes into the title.
But it would be cool if there could be a charges thing that can be, done with a control and scroll wheel like PowerPoints.
Well, yes, indeed, but to my mind, that needs to be a core RPG thing, not a...
Yeah, I suppose it does.
Yeah, it needs to be put into core RPG, so then all the other rule sets can use it.
Well, yeah.
Well, D&D has got ammunition slots for everything.
Pathfinder doesn't. Interesting. Or at least the conversion of Rune Lords that I was examining earlier didn't. I
suppose you could give a wand an ammunition slot like a bow has for charges.
But it's an item, not a weapon, so you can't.
Ah, right.
It's the problems with the powers tab, because everything is like even if it's a mechanical device, it's got ammunition, you apply it like a power.
Actual fact, that's true. Actually, with the Arcane Devices extension,
it might work.
It might work, but that's an extension, so you could probably. I'm not sure. Oh, because it's got power points, so yeah, you might be able to do it. So maximum power points would be 13. I've not tried how this works yet. Power. What do you have to use to activate a wand out of interest?
It's your spellcasting skill or smarts or spirit, depending on what the item says, I think. Or I think it defaults to spirit.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. Activation, here we go. The character activates a power by making an arcane roll. That's powers. How does it work for magic items? Each industrial item. Words, stars, wands. Boots, chimes. That's into magic items. Wands. A wand is a thin baton that casts a single power, including any power modifiers each time it's activated. To activate a wand, a character must point in the direction, target, or area and make a smarts or arcane skill roll as an action. It's a choice. So, which doesn't make any difference to. I'll have to work out how that works later, but so then if you close that and then you go back to your inventory tab and there's your arcane device, 13 out of 30. Yeah, I'm not sure how you actually activate it though, so I'll have a play with that. It looks interesting. I added it in because it lets you build stuff. Okay. So okay. Well, you have collected the mushrooms from Droskar's Crucible, meaning you have successfully collected all but one of the required ingredients. For the
we got to get the pickled rat's tail or something, isn't it?
I do believe you need to get the pickled rat's tail. Yes, indeed.
I thought you were making that up.
So while they're all gathering that, Rannick does his to the pain thing with Gürtelket. And then we'll walk over, tap Dondrad on the shoulder, and when he turns around, just punch him across the face and say, "Don't let ever do that again, the bastard."
Just got in the way. He's a combatant. Everybody, when you declare war, everybody dies. That's the rule. And then, glory of...
That bastard gets to live with what he did to me.
Well, fair enough, but I just think everybody should die. As soon as war's declared, everybody should die.
Oh, he'll die sooner or later, but he'll die knowing that I was better than he was. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to search his rooms. I'm sure he had some stuff that was stuff for me to take after he dropped all that crap on my head, and Rannick will carry on down the corridor muttering about what a bastard Gürtelket was.
Yep.
And going to go and have a look around.
Lying on his bed, I think.
Yeah.
But he dived at the window and everybody kind of looked. He dived at the a whole light dived at a window and looked at the room. I don't think didn't have time. We were too busy chasing.
Notice check to search his room, then, please.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I left the artisan tools off his treasure list. So there's a set of artisan tools on the other bed. In addition, you find concealed under a small floorboard a small sack containing a collection about 60 gold coins and a single ruby gemstone.
Ooh. I'll gather all that lot up.
It's in the party sheet. If you want to grab the gemstone.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm tempted to pocket all the money since it's from Gürtelket and therefore it's mine now.
But
that's interesting. That's interesting. It took it. Oh, I was curious. I actually have to go to your inventory tab, I believe, to actually do it that way. There you go.
So,
cool.
Did you find a gem? Did you say?
I will come back with the gemstone because didn't Dondrad, when we went into the room with the altar, said that there would have been gemstones in the top of it at some point, and we saw that one of them had been recently worked free, didn't we? In fact, let's make a smarts roll for Rannick to see if he would think to try that himself. Yeah, Rannick's going to wander into the temple bit because of what Dondrad said when we were in here, and see if that gemstone fits in the one that's in one of those sockets. Just out of interest.
Good one. But I don't know how many's missing.
There were more than one, but
Okay, you place it in. You place the gem into one of the depressions. A wave of positive energy washes out from the altar, and it sort of saturates both you and Dondrad, because you're the only two in the room. Neither of you are injured, therefore neither of you receive the benefit of a minor healing. However, you both gain.
Neither of us are injured. Dondrad caused 4 wounds on me.
I did hit him a bit.
Oh, you did.
Sorry,
I apologise. I apologise. You are healed, Rannick. I couldn't see the splat on you.
No.
However, you both
you do
both gain a point of conviction.
Awesome. Well, if I turn around and see Dondrad there, I will throw the ruby to him. Unless it's kind of
the activation of the altar after activating the altar. Not that you could sense it anyway, but the faint magical radiance the ruby was emitting has gone.
Well, is the ruby kind of sealed back in the altar, or is it just
no?
You can.
It basically it still looks like it's still a ruby. It's just it's magic. The magical energy has been dissipated, so it's still a ruby.
Okay, in which case I will turn around and seeing Dondrad looking at me from the doorway, I'll say, "Well, that were weird, weren't it? Here, this is a dwarfy thing. Tha'd best have it. No hard feelings," and throw him the ruby.
You should be able to give it to him, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
There you go. That, of course, has an intrinsic value and can be sold. I think that's possibly a sensible area to leave it. Once you leave Crucible, that is. I won't push. We'll worry about you getting into the forest. But if there's anything else you want to do, obviously, before you leave, by all means, do so.
We've searched every room, haven't we?
You have.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that whatever Gertlkep owned is mine. So if his shiny sword was actually a masterwork one, I'll grab that and take it with me as well.
Oh, are you taking his gear as well, are you?
Oh, totally, yeah. I'm leaving him blind with no gonads and no teeth and no stuff.
Okay, well, there's a dagger, a masterwork, short sword, a sling, and some thick hide armor.
The only thing I'm going to take is the short sword because it's the only thing that's worthwhile. But I'm going to use the dagger to slice up his sling, and then I will blunt the dagger against a wall, so that it's useless to him.
Okay.
But yeah, shiny short sword, I can sell that.
Right.
Rannick's got a code of honor, but he's not actually a nice guy.
I'd say the only thing I'd want to do is if basically get everybody into the temple and then we'll rest up here. Have a little bit of a rest and then we'll head in to see the witch in the forest.
That's a good idea. Because the temple's
there's
no damage on the doors and on the walls in the temple. It's a reasonably solid room.
Yeah. Once you close the doors, so okay, we'll assume that everybody, we'll assume you get everybody in the temple with you. Yeah. Close up the doors
And rest for the night.
and rest for the night. That's interesting. Oh, I did a... Okay, and that, I think, is a good place to leave it this week with the monastery, the abandoned dwarven monastery cleared out, and the big bad of the whole adventure dealt with, as it were. Hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And,
yeah, great fun.
We shall leave you guys there, and obviously return next week. I have actually finally finished in inverted commas, because obviously now we've got to play test it. First Rise of the Rune Lords adventure, and I have started the second one, so I'm hopefully got a nice jump on you guys. But still got 4.5 to go, basically. I just realised they're all going to be sold as one package as well. The amount of work I'm going to put into this is quite soul destroying. If it wasn't for the fact I wanted to run it myself anyway, I'd feel quite despondent. Yeah, are they going
to be sold as one, or are they going to be sold as 6 separate ones?
No,
Because that's how they were.
They're being sold as one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's a box set, isn't it?
Yeah, 6th book, though.
It's a box set for the Kickstarter, yes, but when it comes out on drive-through, there might be individual PDFs.
I don't know. The reason I wonder that, well, because obviously I don't know, because obviously the original adventure path was 6 adventures, but then it was re-released, which is what this adventure is based on, as the anniversary edition, which was all 6 in one.
No, this isn't based on the anniversary edition.
Is it not?
No, it's the first edition version.
The anniversary edition's first edition.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. The anniversary edition, they went back and tidied up all this sort of some of the errors and stuff. So I imagine I am assuming it's based on the anniversary edition, but who knows? We shall see. But anyway, as I say, I've completed my first draft of Rise of the Rune Lords Burnt Offerings, and I finished chapter 1 of the Skin Sword Murders. The Skin Sword Murders, which is really interesting actually, because I'm trying to. I was going through a lot of the first chapter of the Skin Sword Murders, going, I don't remember any of this, because I did actually play. I'm not sure how far we got. I don't think we got to the I think we got to the 3rd one, but I don't seem to recall most of it. So it'd be interesting. But that was playing it in Pathfinder, and that was hard work sometimes. Anyway, we shall see how it goes.